Hey guys, GH and KH, what is the hardness in our tanks? Do we need to check it? If I'm being totally honest with you, checking the hardness in my tanks is not something I've ever really done a lot. It is not a test kit that I've bought, but API recently sent me one for free, so I've been checking all my tanks and writing that down. And so this is just a video on how to check GH, KH with the API test kit, and some tips to go along with it so you can keep track. I'm going to show you the fastest, easiest way to do this test kit, and so you can check multiple tanks really quickly. So let's check this out. So anytime I do stuff like this, guys, I always I go a little bit above and beyond to make things a little bit easier and more efficient. So with the GH and KH, there's a few things you need to keep track of when you're doing this test. So I put together this thing right here, and I did a white backing, so when you put the vials here, you can see them light up real good. And I put all the pertinent information you need to know here, like with the GH, you're going to put 1 drop at a time in until it goes from orange to green, and with the KH, you're going to go 1 drop at a time until it hits blue to yellow. Stuff like that's a visual. It's right in front of you. You don't have to look it up, which drastically speeds things up. So, and then I like to keep track of it on a whiteboard, dry erase board that I put on my fridge, and I'll show that to you as well. It is also where I keep track of when I did my last water changes and stuff like that too. So yeah, just a little video to help make things a little quicker, easier, more efficient, and help you keep track of things. So for the sake of the video, we're going to go ahead and do the goldfish tank. It is said that goldfish like a hardness anywhere between 6 to 11 degrees. Now, don't get confused by the degree thing. The degree is just basically the number of drops that you put in when you're doing this test. But it says most tropical fish, including swords, guppies, and goldfish, like a hardness of between 100 to 200 ppm. That is from 6 to 11 degrees, or just look at it like this: 6 to 11 drops of the solution. And goldfish can also go from 200 to 400 ppm according to the API chart. So when you get this test kit, you get these plastic vials with a lid that is already attached to it. You're going to want to hang on to these. You can use the regular glass vials with the liquid test kit as well, but these make it so much faster. It's the same way. You just fill up, there's a little line on there. Okay, we're going to start with general hardness, GH. Make sure you shake it up, because this test is a lot different from your normal test kit when you're doing ammonia, nitrite, and pH and all that. It's a little bit different when you're checking this, so you have to make sure you do it right. One of the things I did as a little trick is I wrote right on the bottle orange to green for the general hardness, and for the carbonate hardness, or the KH, I put blue to yellow, and you'll see what I mean by that in a minute. So we've already got my sample water out of this 125 gallon fancy goldfish tank. So basically, all you're going to do is 1 drop at a time and shake it until it changes from orange to green. And doing little tips like that makes it so everything you need is right in front of you, with what I showed you earlier with my little station I set up, and writing down. So when it's right in front of you, it goes a lot quicker. Now, check this out. So we're going to do 1 drop at a time and shake it, and 1 drop at a time and shake it until the color of the solution changes from orange to green. 1, pop the lid back on, hold it with your thumb, give it a shake. Do it again. 2, shake. 3, shake. Looks like it already just changed to green. It's very important to keep track of the number of drops that you do, because this is your degrees and it's going to tell you what your hardness is. So as you can see, it has turned to a little bit of green at 3 drops. So that means the general hardness in this tank is 0 to 50 ppm, or 3 degrees hardness, which is a little low, quite a bit low for what goldfish is required according to the API chart. So now let's move on to the KH. All right, shaking up. I already got my second test valve, because when you get this kit, you get 2 tubes. Same process. My way, I'm always going to find the easiest, quickest ways to do things. Now we're going to go from, with KH, we're going to put 1 drop at a time in until it goes from blue to yellow. 1. Now we're blue. 2. Still blue. 3. We're yellow. But again, 3 degrees because it took 3 drops. So it's between 0 to 50. Now, when I did this earlier, before I did my water change, I did water changes in all my tanks yesterday. It has changed since I did a water change in there. But, as you can see, easiest, quickest way to do the API hardness test. You don't have to do all this, but I like it because, one, you can set that in there. If you have a light on it, it lights it up to see, but you really don't need that with this test because you can tell right off. But what this gives you is your own little quick chart that you can take with you everywhere you go. Whether you wanted to just put it on this or all on a piece of foam like this, you have everything you need right here that gives you all the pertinent information that you need to know. That's it, guys. Just a quick, efficient way to do your testing. I like to get rid of the waste and make things faster, especially if you have multiple tanks, and make things a little bit more user-friendly on my channel. So like, comment, subscribe. Don't be afraid to let me know what sucked about this video. I'm trying to do more engaging content so people enjoy watching it. So any and every suggestions would be great, and I most appreciated. So thanks for watching. Be safe. Happy Halloween. Until next video.